Hello everyone, it's Marcy coming at you from the Rocking C Homestead, and today we're going to talk about our awesome Nigerian dwarf goats. So when we originally got our goats, we got two Nigerian dwarf baby goats. We got Marty, who's right over here, and Maisie, who has wandered off because that's how she is. Ah, there she is, eating. And the idea was that they were just going to be my pets. That's what I wanted. I wanted a couple of goats, so we got these siblings, and Marty's a wether, and that was kind of where it was going to originally end. But we got to visiting some farmers markets. We tried goat's milk, we tried goat's cheese, and we thought maybe having some milk goats might be cool. So we bought two more goats, Spice and Caramel, and thought maybe that they were pregnant. So we thought, well, there we go. We'll be able to start kind of right away. Well, as it turns out, they weren't pregnant. So then we had to kind of regroup and make a backup plan. So our backup plan was to acquire two more goats. So if you're keeping count, we're up to 6 goats now, and we got 2 male bucks, actually from Living Traditions Homestead, and one of them's right here, Huck, and you'll see Finn in a minute. And we decided these guys would be our breeders, and we would try breeding our female goats. He's so weird. And then we'd have baby goats and, consequently, goat's milk. So we've had our goats now, Marty and Maisie, for just over a year, and we've had Spice and Caramel since the fall, and the 2 boys, Phineas and Huckleberry. We've had them since winter, early winter, and finally think that our guys are now big enough to, you know, mix it up with the ladies a little bit. So this past week, we did the big exchange. We've had Marty and Maisie in this space with Caramel and Spice. Again, Marty's a wether, so he can be with the ladies. And we've had Huck and Finn down in our buck area. And this past week, we moved Huck up here with Marty and Maisie, and we moved Phineas down, or we kept Finn where he was at, and moved Spice and Caramel down to that space. To say that that was a traumatic experience for me would be an understatement. It was very stressful because everybody was quite confused and frankly a little bit scared and annoyed at the big switch up. So it was a day of stress and headbutting and general shuffling around to decide who was in charge. And after about a day, everybody kind of settled down and seemed to be getting along pretty well. So we decided to make the change up on Wednesday morning. That way Lance works at home and he'd be able to kind of keep an eye on them throughout the day. So we tried to get some footage of all of that, but it was mass chaos. It was like a WWE SmackDown here, a Rumble at the Rocking C Homestead, trying to get the 2 down there and the 1 up here, and then all the headbutting and the body slamming, and it was just too much. And also, I think I mentioned previously, I was super stressed out about it, so it wasn't a good time for video. Now that everybody's calmed down, much better. They're getting along, a whole lot less stressful, and we seem to be having some good relations between the boys and the girls. So that's a good thing. So here we are down in the area where we've been keeping Finn and Huck, and it's where we have moved Caramel and Spice. They're hanging out with this guy. We mixed them up this way because Caramel and Spice are a little bit bigger and Finn's a little bit bigger. Huck's kind of small, Maisie's kind of small, so we thought that might be the best mix. So, I mean, take a look. What do you think? Are they not going to make the most adorable babies ever? I think they are going to make some pretty dang cute babies. So they have all seemed to be getting along pretty well. It was actually a really hard adjustment, I think, for Spice and Caramel, because they'd gotten quite accustomed to hanging out with Marty and Maisie, and that space really had become home. So I know that they were pretty stressed, but they did okay. They managed to make the transition, and everyone seems to be getting along, so that's good. Okay, so here's what happens. We bring the girls down here. It takes a few days for them to get into heat. And then we'll leave them in this space for about 30 days. That way they basically have come into heat twice, and that means it increases our chance that they have become pregnant. So we'll leave them here for 30 days, and then we'll move everybody back to their proper spot, and then hopefully in 145 to 150 days, these ladies will be delivering us some absolutely gorgeous and adorable baby goats. So that's the hope. And we'll see how it goes. Not sure. First time for us, so we're brand new at this, and would love to hear any of your feedback or comments on about this process. So that's the plan, and if all goes well, we'll have some really cute baby goats by Finn is all over the cameraman, sorry, by the end of November or the beginning of December, and that's the goal. We don't want these goats kidding out when it's super cold. That should be just about right in Oklahoma. Won't be too cold yet, and also won't be hot anymore. So that's where we're at right now with our goats. We got big adventures ahead, and we're really hopeful that our big guys are up for the challenge. We think they are. They seem to be doing a good job. So we'll see how it goes in the next 30 days. We'll bring you along on this journey, and hopefully, by Christmas or before Christmas, we'll have some awesome baby goats that we can show on the channel. So thank you guys for coming and watching this video today. I really do appreciate it. We've had a lot of new subscribers lately, so thank you all so much for coming over and joining us on this homesteading journey that we're on. We appreciate it so much. If you like what you see here, we hope that you'll take an opportunity to subscribe. The subscribe button will be down over here. Also, click that notification bell so that you'll know when we've got a new video out. Also, if you haven't checked us out on social media, we are on Instagram and Facebook, and we'll leave those links below. So go ahead and check us out there too. Also, we love to hear from you. So comments down in the comment section, that would be awesome. Love a good thumbs up. Let us know what you're doing with your goats, and any helpful tips or goat hacks that we need to know while we're going down this journey towards having baby goats and pregnant goats. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say about that. So again, thanks so much for coming back. We appreciate it so much. And from our homestead to all of you, God bless and have a great day.